Hello again, fanatics. Hope you all are doing well. So I did this last time when I talked about the Garrison of Dale, and I decided that it would be probably a good idea to go ahead and make sure I'm recording here and do another one for Khand, because Khand seemed to get a lot of really positive feedback in reviews and likes and comments from the community all abroad. So I was going to go ahead and take some time and show my thought process for if I was building a Khand army. So I'm going to start with pure Khand, and I'm going to build two different types. You can think what you want about it. This is just my thought process. So if you've got a way that you build Khand and you do it different, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from everybody how you guys think Khand should be built and how you do it. Mitchell Hammond, definitely want to hear back from you because I know you're a big Khand player. So yes, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I think my Bob here is going a little goofy, so let's just pop out, pop in. Okay, there we go. So first things first, Khandish King. I don't really ever see a reason to take a chieftain. Nothing against the chieftain. They're just basically captains. The Khandish King is, for the points, much better. I mean, you get 40 points more, as you can see, yeah, but he just becomes, in my opinion, you got the second point of fate, you get another, I think he's higher fight value, higher defense, and he has heroic strike, which is huge. So I just personally think, oh, and he's got another attack. I forgot about that. He's 3 attack. So I think that if you're going to take these heroes, 95 points for a Khandish King is not bad. I mean, and he's going to go toe-to-toe with a lot of great heroes. Those mid-tier heroes like the Ingolds and the Forlongs and the Hurons. Yeah, a couple of those guys can strike. Darrowwine, Elfhelm. Just to throw out a lot of, Minas Tirith and Rohan guys there. Those are the mid-tier heroes, and I think the Khandish King has the best chance going against them. I mean, they have the hand and a half axe, so they can piercing strike and go two-handed. I believe it's hand and a half. If I'm wrong, correct me below. But, I mean, the fact that you can get +1 for wounding and then go up, I believe, to strength 5 because they're 4 base, that's pretty darn good. So, definitely something to go with there. So, we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to do 750 for this list. I know I did 800 last time, but I'm going to go 750. So, here's the thing that some people are not going to like. I think that your leader should be a Khandish King. Obviously, we're talking pure Khand. But I think your leader should be on a horse. Now, people are automatically going, what the hell is wrong with you? Yes, I know the chariots are good. I understand that. I get it. The chariots are great. That being said, I think putting your king on a horse just gives you the ability to do a lot more with him, because it's going to keep him from being, for lack of a better term, hamstrung by the chariot. Now, the chariots are great. Those 2 strength 4 hits on impact, not as great as, the Iron Hills chariot or damn Mumok or a Great Beast of Gorgoroth. I mean, it's the lowest impact. I don't think there's anything else out there that does impact hits other than these guys that are any lower. If I'm wrong, somebody leave a comment below. Let me know. Maybe there's a model I'm forgetting about. But that being said, the chariots move in a wonky way, and you have to get used to playing with them. It takes a number of games playing with them to get used to it. Now, I am a veteran of playing with the Iron Hills Chariot, and the Iron Hills Chariot has a ridiculously, magnificently large base. And I have gotten used to that, but it's not easy to do, and it does take practice. Now, the Khandish Kings are a little smaller. I believe they're 50mm bases. Might be 60. I don't have my models in front of me. Otherwise, I could tell you for a fact. They're not 40. They're not cab. I do believe they're 50 or 60. But the terrain you're playing on can make it really hard for you to maneuver. You could get pinned in and trapped, just stuff like that. And while that defensive bulwark from the chariot is great, I feel like the need to just take your king on a horse, who's your leader, and just go whoop, and run away in the opposite direction is it can't be overstated. So I personally think that you should take your leader on the horse. And again, that's just me. Yes, you don't have those impact hits. Yes, you don't have that defensive bulwark, but you're still cavalry, so you're going to get up to 4 attacks on the charge. And with the ability to move however you want, freedom of movement, you know, that's freedom of movement. You can literally slingshot him, send him in to grab objectives, do whatever you want with him without having to worry about moving 4 inches and pivoting, and moving 4 inches and pivoting, and starting your turn and pivoting, and being in a rough spot so you have to spend your entire movement to turn around. So that's just my thought process. Now, I'm going to look at this as one of 2 ways to build this. We're going to start with what I like the best, and that's all mounted Khand. So 3 heroes, 750. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more charioteers in there. Like I said, I love the chariots. I know a lot of people play with like all chariots, which I think is a little excessive. Again, that's just my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and just see what we can get for these. It's probably not going to be that many. Let's see. 10, so we're going 750. Okay, so that's 805. That should still be just a tad bit over. Okay. So with 13 points. So why not just go ahead and throw a warrior in here and give him a bow. So there we go. So 3 heroes. You're cap strapped. Kind of sucks because you want mobility. You need mobility. Maybe what you do is go ahead, and this is maybe the position where you go ahead and throw a chieftain in for just some cheap might. And we'll just say we drop the 2nd chariot. We'll drop this guy. And then look at that. You can go ahead and drop, 2 more guys. So we'll just go, 5 and 5 and 7 and 7. Okay, so we need to go 1 more guy. So 6 here. All right, and we'll go 6 here and just make this warband so that they're literally... There you go, 749. So you lose 3 guys, but you pick up 2 more points of might. You could use this chieftain specifically just for doing marches if need be. I mean, you're an all-mounted force. You're going to be moving 10 inches. Maybe you need to go ahead and move 15 inches because you're playing reconnoiter. Maybe you're playing hold ground. You want to get your heroes together, so you want to do a marching, send this chieftain over to your leader. Because pairing up a chieftain with a Khandish king on horse, I think that's probably a pretty good combo right there. You could do some damage with that, I reckon. But that's just one way to do it. Again, if you don't like this, then I personally think that 3 chariots is probably enough. So let's just say we go 1 chariot like I was talking about there. So I've got 1 chariot here, and then 2 kings on chariot, and then the king who's my leader. All right, so we've got 53 more points, so we can at least get 3 more guys, if not 4. Yep, there you go. So now you bump up to 32 models if you drop that chariot. Trade off a guy on foot for another mounted dude. I kind of like that. I think this is probably the best. You can have 2 charioteers or 2 kings on chariot just going in there and doing what they need to do. A lot of power and hitting there, and then just 1 guy maybe going and grabbing objectives or whatnot. And you've got 3 guys shooting from stable platforms. And then the other thing about this list, of course, is these horsemen all have bows. So you're talking about 32 bowmen? Yeah, they're only strength 2 shots. I mean, we're not talking. This isn't Rangers of Ithilien here, but you concentrate those bow shots on an enemy leader who's mounted. At the very least, you're going to go ahead and take them off their horse. Hopefully. This is my rolling. But yeah, that's one way to build this. So go ahead and look at another way. And I think another way to do this is actually the Horde. And we are going to, let's see, keep the 3 heroes. I'm going to go throw a 4th one in, and I'm going to keep them on horse. Just keeping that along. We're going to throw in 3 charioteers, and we're just going to horde out guys here. and see what we can get. And if I don't like what it looks like with the charioteers, I'll drop the chariot. Yeah, I don't like what it looks like with the charioteers. So we're definitely going to drop those charioteers because we still got 2 guys in chariot. And like I said, the goal here is to try and hoard it out. Just how many foot models can we make? Alright, so there we go. And, well, I forgot I have a 4th warband, so let's do this. So that's 4, 8, 12, so it's going to be 3, 3, 3, 3. And then 8 is 16, 24 divided by 3. I can't do math. What's 24 divided by 3, guys? I don't remember. I'm sucking on math right now. Oh, there we go. Oh shit, it's 24 divided by 4. Duh! So I'm like, wait, 24 divided by 3? I'm pretty sure it's 8, but it's divided by 4. Okay, here we go. So, you know, maybe that doesn't look too bad. You got 2 kings on horse, 2 kings on chariot, so you're gonna get those impact hits still. 40 models, not a super amazing lot. If you really wanted to hoard this out, and I don't know if you'll honestly be able to do it just because of the fact that these guys can only take 10 in a warband. Yeah, you really can't. So you do have to take another hero. And again, I just feel like taking the king in this situation is better than taking the chieftain. But we are talking, I said, hoarding it out. So let's go ahead and just throw the chieftain in here, and we'll keep him on the horse. Take that out of the way. So we're going to break this down again. See what we can get. 8, 8, 8, 8. Okay, so I'm way over. So we're going to drop, so 3 and 7, 3 and 7, 3 and 7, 3, 4. Gotta drop 6 points, so 7 here. Okay. Alright, so 45 units, a little bit better. I think we added 5 units as opposed to having the king. Again, that's just going to come down to what you think. I think I'd be willing to play it with 40 models and have that other king in there. Just that hitting ability is going to be ridiculous. And again, the kings have 2 points of will too. So you're talking about every single one of your heroes having the ability to attempt to resist some sort of spell or something at least twice. So yeah, those are kind of 2 ways to play them. I do believe that Khand only has 1 green ally. I don't think Mordor is an ally or a green ally. Let's see. If we just throw this on here. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm pretty sure they only have 1 green ally, and that is the Easterlings. So I like the idea of actually allying in Amdur on an armored horse, and then allying in a few black dragon cataphracts. Let's say, we'll say 5. Because of the fact that they have, I think is it the glittering horde. So when they're in base contact, it's basically like shield wall. They get +1 to the defense, and that goes for the rider and the mount. So you're talking defense 6 cav, and then that's really useful because it bumps Amdur defense 7. I mean, his biggest weakness is he's defense freaking 6. So he's going to be getting wounded by crossbows on 5. So having 5 guys, you can kind of make a little, you know, triangle formation if you're following my mouse here. I know it's not the best looking triangle, but you get my point. So you'd have 3 fronts, 2 second, and then Amdur in the rear. Or maybe you go 6 or whatever, and you just kind of put 3 and bubble wrap Amdur in the middle as best you can. That way if a guy gets shot off here and there, that's actually probably a better idea. A guy gets shot off here or there, you know, he's not going to lose that bonus. Actually, probably run, you can go with the triangle. Let's go with 5, but instead of running a reverse triangle, you run a standard upright triangle. So the point is at the top, and then you have Amdur back here, so he'd be in base contact with 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guy, 4 guy. I know you guys are following my mouse like, what the hell are you talking about? But if you can imagine it and picture it, you can get what I'm going for. So I think that's a good add-on, just because you have a little bit of elite cavalry. So then you can kind of do a hammer and anvil tactic. Amdur and them can be the anvil, being the high defense cavalry, and then you can come over with the Khan guys and have them be the hammer, albeit a glass hammer, but a hammer still. So in this situation, I would say this is going to kind of be your pick. Again, you can put both your kings on chariots or not. I'm going to go ahead and continue to opt to keep one of my kings on a horse and one of them on a chariot. I've played it this way before with Amdur, a king on a chariot, and a king on a horse. And I've had pretty good success with it just because of the fact that now you've got, you know, two heroes on horse that can slingshot and run around and get wherever the heck they need to be at the same time, or have them combo together, you know, get the Khandish king on horse with Amdur on his armored horse into one combat against one guy. You're throwing 8 dice if they're a foot model. Even if they're not and they're a mounted model, that's 6 dice with, you know, 5 points of might behind it, you know, or at best 5 points of might behind it. So continuing along the route of going for the full-on Cav unit, because I do think that they are the best that way. What am I doing? That's not right. There we go. If you want to go with 4 heroes, then you can go ahead and throw another king in there. I would say, though, that if you're really looking to go with another hero, one of the better ones to go with is probably a Dragon Knight. A little expensive, 80 points, but you go ahead and throw 4 and 4 here. So now you're talking 10 guys, some really good armor. You know, they're going to be able to defend themselves. 80 points, extreme glass cannon for the Dragon Knight, just due to the fact that no fate. 2 points of might, though, can't understate that, and he does have 3 attack base, so pretty good still there. And then you can go ahead and bump here. All right, let's just max out. Looking here. All right, so we have 7 points left. We're only at 23 models. Not very good. Not very good. I mean, you go ahead. Let's just drop the charioteer. We'll just go with 1 chariot. What does that allow us to get to? Yeah, still not very good. 24 models. So maybe 800 points you could do it, because 800 points would let you bump all the way up to, yeah, there you go. Then you could just take a guy on foot, because why the heck not? Oh, that's weird. I thought you had to pay. Oh, no, you swapped it for free. Never mind. It's not very high. That's one of those things where the Easterling Dragon Knight is cool, but he's ridiculously expensive as well. So going back here, we just dropped this back to where it was at. Now I'll go ahead and throw that charioteer in there. And yeah, there we go. So still only 29 models. Definitely a little bit of an elite list for 750. But I have seen it do extremely good. I'm not going to lie. I do think that you have enough models there at 29. And then you're going to have a whole bunch of kiting ability with 21, 22, 23 bow shots, including your 2 heroes. And then again, you'll have Amdur running around with his group of guys. The good thing is this is a fight for army, because the Black Dragon Knights, and that's why I recommend taking Black Dragon Knights, because they are fight for. Dropping it only saves you 10 points. So maybe you could bump yourself to 30 models. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, there you go. You could be at 30 models if you go ahead and drop off of all the Black Dragon Knights and just take them at Fight 3. I still think that's a terrible idea. I think that the Fight 4 is definitely necessary. That way you have Fight 4 across the board, because Khandish Horsemen are Fight 4. Weaknesses, your Strength 3 army with no +1 to wound lance bonus. Yuck. That's just horrible. But you do have axes, so piercing strike's a thing. You're low defense with these guys, so if you're fighting, say, a Strength 4 army, what do you care if you do piercing strike? Yeah, so worst case scenario, they go from wounding you on 4s to wounding you on 3s. Maybe it's better off where you go from wounding on 6s to wounding on 5s. So increasing your killing ability there from 16 to 33% could really help you out depending on the situation. That's pretty much everything I'm going to cover. Another thing you could look at is maybe not taking Amdur, maybe taking and allying in Kamul on a Fellbeast if you want some super movement with the fly, and then just the terror and very, very terrible spell casting, but it's there. So yeah, so that is my thoughts on building a Variags of Khand list, and I do think they're a very fun army to play, and I am really close myself to getting my list up and built and running. I have enough models now. I just need to get them put together and painted, and that always takes the most time. Just like these videos, it takes time to. You gotta work, and you gotta pay bills. That annoying crap in life. But yeah, guys, let me know what armies you want to see reviewed or done in this kind of situation. I'm gonna do Arnor because somebody asked about it, and I believe someone also asked for Ingmar. Don't quote me on that. I'm sorry, I can't remember which one you asked for, but I will go back and look at the comments and put it in there. And I'll do my review series, and then if you'd like to see how I would build an Arnor, how I would build Ingmar if that was the one list, let me know, and I'll do it. But until next time, guys, take care and enjoy your Tolkien hobby. Yeah, okay. Enjoy your MESBG hobby.